Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here and welcome back to an all new Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and Warzone video. Today, there has been an absolutely insane amount of news and I won't be able to cover it all in this video because I will literally be here for half an hour. But I will leave a link to Trek's blog posts down in this video's description and also Raven Software's for all of the latest updates and news. The first thing that I want to go over is regarding the upcoming Nuke event, which is supposed to be happening on the 21st / the 22nd of April on Wednesday and Thursday with the release of Season 3 on April the 22nd. And as you guys know, we've been talking about how there's apparently two parts to this nuke event. The first part showcasing Verdansk being destroyed by the nuke after it becomes overrun by zombies as part of some sort of plague event, and the second part apparently being set 15 minutes after the destruction of Verdansk. Well, we did get this new teaser trailer for the nuke event today, and within it there are actually a bunch of different times listed, and they are all in Pacific Standard Times. And there is one event apparently happening on the 21st of April from 12 noon to 2 PM, and then one from 2 PM to 9 PM, and then there is apparently some other event from the 21st to the 22nd spanning from 9 PM to 12 PM, and then we have an event on the 22nd at 12 PM to 1 PM. If you are in other time zones, you'll just have to go ahead and convert that nice and easily on Google. So what are your thoughts on this? Now these could be reruns of the same event so that people who have missed it can get a second chance, but I don't think so. I believe this is all part of the same event, since we're going to be nuking the map to then transition to the 80s version of Verdansk set in 1984, I believe. But yeah, no one knows what's going on. There's people speculating that there's going to be a period of downtime as well in between when Verdansk gets nuked, and then we go to the past to the 1980s Verdansk. So we have gotten a new statement regarding the latest containment protocol and getting you caught up with the storyline, which you can see on screen if you want to read it for yourself. And it says Verdansk is about to heat up in a big way. It says be certain you're available for Operation Rapid Sunder throughout Wednesday, April 21st and beyond. So it seems like all of these events are going to be called Operation Rapid Sunder. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what this event entails because it does seem like it is going to be in multiple parts. I'm assuming the first part of the event is going to be the zombies spreading. We're probably going to play as the zombies themselves. Then the second part might be nuking the map, and maybe even the third part could be on the prequel version of Verdansk. We will just have to wait and see, I guess. Activision have also sent out emails of someone holding a report saying all is lost, and this is inevitably right before the map is going to be nuked to get rid of the zombies. The radiation has also spread in Warzone, and it now covers the shipwreck, prison, hospital, downtown, and the TV station, and it's going to continue to spread over the next couple days. Next up, in terms of the new content coming to Black Ops Cold War, you can see the full roadmap on screen right now if you want to take a look, but like I said, in that blog post in this video's description, they go a lot more in depth, but I'm going to quickly run through all of the content, but like I said, you can check out the link in the description to learn all of the duty details. So there's a new Yamantau 6v6 map. I'm excited to see this because obviously this means we are going to be able to play it in Onslaught in Zombies as well, or at least for PlayStation players. And it is based off of the campaign mission. This map design seems really good though. It's pretty small and I think it's going to play pretty well. So I guess we are going to be seeing the Yamantau Zombies map after all, but it's just going to be in Onslaught. As you guys know, we accidentally mismarked the marker on Gregory Weaver's computer screen to think that it was heading to Yamantau when it actually points to the city in Russia by the Ural Mountains, of which Golova is based off of. So that was a teaser for Outbreak and not a Yamantau Zombies map, but we are going to be seeing Yamantau Zombies. It's just going to be within Onslaught. We will also be seeing a Diesel 6v6 and 2v2 map, so we're going to be able to play this in gunfight or regular 6v6 multiplayer. We then have a Standoff returning to the game, which is going to be another 6v6 map. So this is not going to be available on launch, it's going to be coming later in the season. Interestingly though, the Modern Warfare 2 Ghost on Twitter did say that according to his source, Standoff would be coming in this season, but also Echelon, which is a leaked map from the files of the game that's kind of similar to High Rise and also Dome. It's set on building rooftops and there's two giant satellites on the map. He said that that is apparently coming in this season, so maybe it's going to be a secret surprise in Season 3 Reloaded, or maybe it's just going to be coming later and it has been delayed because it's been in the files ever since release and it still hasn't released. We are then going to be seeing two new multiplayer modes, which are Sticks and Stones, which is available with the launch, and then we're going to be seeing multi-team elimination, which is going to be an in-season mode. And I am really excited for this, because this is literally a mini Battle Royale inside of Black Ops Cold War. The description reads, the upcoming multi-team elimination mode brings the last team standing experience to Black Ops Cold War's biggest maps, where multiple teams of 4 will fight to survive ever-expanding radiation zones. Redeploys will be limited and loadouts will be restricted, so teams will need to scavenge for weapons, score streaks, armor, redeploy tickets, and more. Emerge as the last team standing or the first squad to board the exfil chopper in the final safe zone to achieve victory. So this is quite literally a mini Battle Royale mode that's going to be played on the Fireteam maps in the game. As you guys know, it has been rumored that Blackout 2 was apparently in production, and that is where these Euro Mountains Fireteam and Outbreak maps are from. You can see the full map on screen right now. Well, apparently this was cancelled due to Warzone's success, but considering they are adding this elimination mode, which is basically a smaller scale Battle Royale, I wonder whether they will be adding a full-fledged Battle Royale mode into Fireteam and we could actually play on the full Euro Mountains map, because it's literally there in Black Ops Cold War. It's done, it's ready to go. They've just been releasing segments of them so far as opposed to the full map, and I really hope we do see it added into Black Ops Cold War sometime in the future, because recently, since we've found out that the 1980s version of Verdansk is going to be what's coming after this nuke event and not the Euro Mountains map, there's been a lot of Blackout fans coming out of the woodwork, so I would love to see a Blackout 2-like experience inside of Black Ops Cold War. Obviously, it's never going to have the fan base of Warzone because it's just not going to be supported as well, because Warzone is the main focus right now, but it would be nice to see maybe some sort of spin-off of Battle Royale where the mechanics are a lot similar to Blackout as well, because the Euro Mountains map is very similar to Blackout's map aesthetically and also design-wise. But this is huge news because Warzone fans and Blackout fans are going to be happy now. We are then going to be seeing a new score streak added, which is the Strafe Run. Next up in Warzone, there's going to be the Warzone map update, which obviously we know is the 1980s version of Verdansk, and there is a new Warzone event coming, which is Hunt for Adler. As you guys know, Adler was kidnapped by Stitch and was part of a Glover brainwashing program, as we learned from the note on a sanatorium night in Outbreak. However, he was then taken to Verdansk as the brainwashing program apparently failed, and they're moving their attention over to Verdansk. So this Hunt for Adler event is going to be similar to the Haunting of Verdansk event and also the Outbreak event, where there's going to be different challenges to complete in both Black Ops Cold War and Warzone to complete different tiers of this event, kind of like a mini battle pass to earn free loot such as calling cards, blueprints, etc. The story so far reads, Perseus's next move. Naga's forces kept Frank Woods and his CIA strike team busy searching for Russell Adler in the Golden Triangle, buying Stitch the vital time he needed to initiate the next phase of his grand plan. Naga's distraction may yet turn out to be the pivotal action that determines the course of the Cold War. Meanwhile, in Russia, 2 Perseus operatives travel to Mount Yamantau on a mission to recover top-secret files from a long-forgotten Vladenstein program for Stitch's cause, which is the storyline for the multiplayer map. Woods and his team gear up to follow the intel uncovered at Naga's base of operations in Laos. All signs point to Verdansk, and Adler's fate is in their hands. The biggest missing piece of the puzzle involves the chaos currently raging across Verdansk and Warzone, so starting with the launch of Season 3, the new Hunt for Adler limited time event will task operators with unique in-game challenges in, as I was saying, Cold War and Warzone. It'll probably last 2 weeks at the very least, maybe a month maximum, probably around a few weeks. To learn of Adler's whereabouts, complete these intel challenges to unlock event rewards including weapon charms, calling cards, a new operator skin, and more. You can find details about this event in the new seasonal event tab on the main menu, yada yada yada, just like the previous events. You get the general gist, and you will also be able to unlock an exclusive skin for Adler during this event if you complete the full set of challenges. Next up in terms of zombies, so the Outbreak Easter egg is not going to be there on launch like we were all thinking. This has been confirmed. A lot of people were saying that it was going to be there on launch. I know a lot of the YouTubers and stuff like that were interviewed by Trek, so maybe it was planned, but they've just had to push it back a bit. But Trek are working very hard on completing this Easter egg. Please don't be mad that it's not there on launch. We will just have to wait. I'm guessing it's probably going to come with the mid-season update. I actually think this is good because I was a bit worried about us having the Outbreak Easter egg at the same time as the nuke event, so it's good that we're not having both clashing against each other. This basically puts the nail in the coffin that probably the Berlin Zombies map is not going to be coming in Season 3, and it'll probably be coming in Season 4, because if there After having the Outbreak Easter egg in the mid-season, I don't really know where Berlin fits in, if you get what I mean. Maybe it's going to come at the latter end of Season 3, really near the end, but it does feel like it's going to be coming with Season 4 now. But nothing is confirmed just yet, we will just have to wait and see. If it does come in Season 4 though, we are probably only going to get one more normal zombies map after then, in Season 5 or Season 6. I know a lot of people are annoyed that they're pushing out all of this Onslaught and Outbreak content, and they just want to see traditional zombies maps, and I totally understand that. I do agree, I want to see more traditional zombies maps. I do like Outbreak though, and I think it's going to be a lot more fun once we get the Easter egg added. So we will be seeing the Duga Fireteam map in the mid-season, which is a segment from the Ural Mountains based off of the radio array towers over at Chernobyl, where we're going to be able to access this section of the Ural Mountains map early inside of Outbreak, as well as a bunch of new intel for zombies fans. I'm sure that's probably going to tease the Outbreak Easter egg and also the Berlin Zombies map. There will be some new vehicles in Outbreak 2, which are the FAV and the cargo truck, which will be available in the launch week. There's also some new Outbreak World events and features, so experience new interactive events throughout the Ural Mountains to earn in-game rewards. For the first time in Outbreak, gain access to upgrades for the DIE Machine Wonder Weapon, unlock the powerful Ether Tool item by destroying Fury Crystals, discover the secret to warping ahead to higher difficulty regions even faster, and more. So those are some huge changes, and I actually speculated that the DIE upgrades would be coming to Outbreak because some data miners managed to get them over on PC, and yes, I was right, and we will be seeing the Ether Tool item to upgrade our weaponry, which is already in Onslaught, so I'm glad they're adding that to Outbreak 2. Outbreak is definitely getting a lot better. There is going to be expanded Outbreak objectives, so Outbreak objectives are now active in more locations than ever before in Season 3, encounter the defend, retrieve, and hold out objectives in more regions for even more variety. So they've just mixed it up a little bit, and there is new Onslaught coming as well. So the Yamantau multiplayer map is going to be available at launch, and Standoff will be coming to Onslaught in the mid-season, but this is just for PS4 and PS5 players. Xbox and PC will have to wait until around November time. Next up, we have a new field upgrade, which is Toxic Growth, that was leaked ages ago. So Mother Nature bites back with this new field upgrade in round-based maps, and Outbreak guaranteed to slow down the undead masses. By harnessing Ethereum crystals, Requiem's R&D team has developed Toxic Growth, an activatable field upgrade that summons a deadly growth of toxic thorns in front of an operator. Enemies moving through it have their movement speed halved and suffer toxic damage until they exit the affected area. Though with the use of Ethereum crystals, operators can upgrade Toxic Growth to give it more charges, double its damage, and even cause enemies who perish from the growth to explode. In terms of new weapons, we're going to be seeing a lot of new weapons. So at launch, we're going to be seeing the PPSH. Yes, the bad boy is back. I'm so hyped for that to be back. Everyone loves that weapon. It's probably one of my favorites and a lot of other people's favorites. We then have the Swiss K31 rifle. We then have the ballistic knife, which is going to be coming later in season, so it won't be available at launch, as well as the baseball bat will be coming later in season. We then have the Carve 2, which is basically the G11 that was leaked, and that'll be coming later in the season, and we have the AMP63 that'll also be coming later in the season. Once again, just a different rendition of one of the weapons that was leaked. We then have a bunch of new operators, which are Knight, which is going to be in season. We then have a Wraith and Captain Price, which are going to be both available on release. So I'm assuming Wraith is going to be in the Battle Pass. However, Price is not going to be in the Battle Pass, but he's going to be free. And then we're going to be seeing Antonov, which is going to be coming later in the season. Now, this video is already really long, so if you want to learn about their descriptions, I will leave a link to, as we're saying, that blog post in the description. But I want to talk about Captain Price. So his description says, Price arrives in Cold War. The worlds of Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War are colliding once more as the legendary operator joins the fray in Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. This operator is none other than Price 84, propelled into the Cold War era and outfitted in tactical gear suited for the most clandestine of wet work operations. Those who purchase any version of Black Ops Cold War at the start of Season 3 will receive the Price 84 operator for use in Cold War and Warzone, plus anyone who already owns Black Ops Cold War will automatically receive the Price 84 operator at the start of Season 3. Simply log into Black Ops Cold War following the Season 3 update to add Price 84 to your roster of elite operators. You will need to go online in Black Ops Cold War first before he appears as a playable character in Warzone. Note the Black Ops Cold War Price 84 operator is separate from the Modern Warfare Price operator. So there's a bit of confusion about what is going on right now, and I do want to say he is wearing the exact same same outfit from Call of Duty 4 on wet work, but there's two possibilities for who he is. The first thing is that he is the Captain Price that we see in Modern Warfare, and that doesn't make any sense because that would mean he's like 60 years old in Modern Warfare, and he definitely isn't, so that doesn't make any sense. I think this might actually be Captain Price's father, because we know about Operation Charybdis, which was a clandestine operation in which he was in charge of assassinating Hudson, Gregory Weaver, and Alex Mason. I will leave a link to my video down in this video's description explaining it, and that is believed to be Captain Price's father. It was probably originally meant to be the Captain Price in the original storyline before the reboot, but now that they've combined the Black Ops Cold War and the Modern Warfare universe together, even though it might have originally been planned to be the original Price, it now isn't, since this is a completely separate universe. So I think that this guy has a huge possibility to be Captain Price's father, because he apparently went by the exact same name, Jonathan Price. And they even had intel talking about this operation and how it failed and was discontinued on Firebase Z, so they've recently referenced it, which makes me believe this might be his father. Maybe they're not even going to reference him as his father in game. I'm assuming he's going to be played by the same voice actor and he's pretty much going to be the same character, but I think canonically it makes more sense for this guy to be his father as opposed to being the actual Captain Price. Next up, we're going to be seeing new prestige levels, and there is going to be a Season 3 Reloaded, new limited time modes, rewards and more, and a mid-season event, and the icon for it has a load of shattered glass. I don't know what that means. Does that mean worlds collide? Is that something to do with the Black Ops Cold War and the Modern Warfare universe colliding? I don't know what that event is. Does that have something to do with Warzone? We will just have to wait and see. And on screen right now you can see the release times for the Warzone and Black Ops Cold War updates. The Black Ops Cold War update is going to go live first, and you can also see the sizes for the update as well on screen. I have missed tons of information today. We did get patch notes for Warzone, but unfortunately this video is just going to be too long if I keep talking, so that's everything I could cover in this video. But like I've said millions of times in this video, I will leave links in the description to the various different blog posts where you can catch up on all of this information if you are confused about anything. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.